us off? You want to hit us with that world famous?
Oh, here we go. Here we go. World famous. Tell him, JB. Tell him, JB.
It's the world famous. I mean, I do not have to express this anymore. 13 shows in. If you don't know that the Elite Eight is the best Elite Eight out there. It's the best discussion topic. It's the best everything. Elite Eight, CJ Squared. Here we go.
Shots out to WWE New Age Outlaws, part of DX, because their theme music will be coming on right now. Ding, ding, ding. Oh, you didn't know? Ding, ding. You're about to call somebody. There it is.
Copyright
to the Road Dogg and Billy Gunn, because it is time for CJ
WWE in there. Nice.
Yeah, absolutely. And there's some big time moves going on within the game of professional wrestling. Maybe we can bring that to the millions one day. Not right now, though, because we are about to hit the millions. Let me remind the millions before we go over this CJ Squared Elite Eight. Let me remind you all that this is a situation where the majority rules, okay? You may not like what we have to say. And if you don't, please put it down there in the comments and let us know what you think. And if you have ideas, put them right back into the comment section. And while you're at it, go hit this subscribe and turn on your notifications so that you always know when CJ Squared is putting something there.
Please, thank you.
So tonight's CJ Squared Elite Eights, since the theme is the National Basketball Association, the theme of our Elite Eight, as JB said earlier, is who is the best in-game dunker, not named 3 people. The best in-game dunker, not named His Airness, Michael Jordan, not named Vinsanity, Vince Carter, not named, well, apparently people in restaurants in the A don't realize that Dominique Wilkins is a huge celebrity in Atlanta still. Let me remind the millions that are watching this podcast from Atlanta, let Dominique Wilkins into your restaurant, please. He's only the greatest hawk to ever live, arguably. Come on. So who is the best in-game dunker not named Michael, Vince, or Nique? We have a list of 8 players. Let me read to the millions who our 8 players are with their rankings. Number 1, the number 1 seed, the Doctor, Julius Erving. Number 2 seed, the Rain Man, Sean. Number 3 seed, when he came into the league, all he did was dunk.
Yes.
OU's own Blake Griffin. Number 4 seed, Mr. Chocolate Thunder. Sir Slam. Dr. Dunk. Dunk you very much.
This is all one guy.
He had a lot of nicknames.
Thunder.
And he also was dunking with a huge gold chain on around his neck.
Yes.
Number 5 seed, the King, LeBron James, who is in Cancun as we speak. Number 6 seed, Glide, the Glide, Drexler.
The Glide.
Phi Slamma Jamma. Number 7 seed, Mr. Triple Double. CJ Squared just gave
triple
that
double
nickname tonight. CJ Squared
the walking triple double.
That nickname tonight. You're welcome, Russell Westbrook. I know that you are watching.
Oh, he's one of them.
You are a Mr. Walking Triple Double.
Yes.
Welcome, straight from CJ Squared.
Westbrook, comment below.
Please put it in. And the number 8 seed, possibly one of the greatest 5 to 10 players of all time, the Black Mamba, Kobe Bean Bryant.
Kobe Bean Bryant. Rest in peace, my brother.
Let's go to the top, our 1 versus 8, and this is a monster matchup. 1 versus 8, we have Julius Erving versus the Black Mamba.
Ooh.
Where you going, Chris?
Ooh.
So
My goodness. this is huge.
first, I want to say, watching all these back on YouTube, just going through all these guys, just in-game dunks and posterizing dunks, and it's sweet just because, I mean, you think of, all right, you have these ideas in your head of what they dunk like, and you know how many they're dunking over, and but some of what I kind of thought before going in, I thought I had this made up of how I was gonna do it, and then when I started watching it, it definitely changed for me. So actually, this is gonna go upset here. I'm taking Kobe. He just dunked on more guys and just did it more frequently. I think some of it has to be with, you know, the dunk was early when Dr. J came in. So, but yeah, I'm going Kobe here.
Chris has the Black Mamba through.
Brian will like that.
I think a little recency bias has played into this, right? Because maybe Chris wasn't old enough to see that cradle dunk that the doctor put on Michael Cooper. You didn't see the dunk when the doctor came up in the air under the basket. You didn't see him dunking on Bill Walton. You mean that's recency bias, Chris.
I know.
And by the way, shout out to two guys, to one guy. Right now, we're sorry, Miles Bridges, because right now, you're the nastiest in-game dunker right now. Far, but you ain't did it long enough, bro.
Gotta do it longer.
And another guy that's a nasty in-game dunker that we kind of left off, but he ain't really did nothing. DeAndre Jordan, we're sorry, bro. So you a nasty in-game dunker too, but we're sorry. We can't. It's the Elite 8, not the Elite 10. So
that is true.
So Kobe has posterized many a brother, many a player. But what did it all start? Where did all these posterizations start? They started with the doctor.
You're going with the OG.
I'm going with the OG. Right? I got it. I used to Dr. J versus Larry Bird on the one control stick. When I would dunk on Larry Bird, I always took Dr. J. I'm going with the doctor.
Oh, the doctor is through for JB. Guess I have to put my opinion in here.
Uh-oh. It's all on you, Joey.
When I go back and look at the doctor in the open court and he cradles that basketball, and Michael Cooper, arguably, some would say maybe one of the top 5 defensive guards in NBA history.
Now that era, he was one of the best.
And he jumped with the doctor, and he saw the doctor's face scrunched up, and the doctor extended that ball out, and then Michael Cooper ducks to get out of the way. He knew, what am I thinking? Jumping with this man. That may be the greatest dunk in NBA history. The doctor is going through. I love you, Black Mamba. I love
you. And my son loves you more. Jay, love him some Kobe. He loved Kobe.
But that may be the greatest dunk of all time. Dr. J, you are through.
Sidebar, let me tell you what love of Kobe is. You know you love Kobe when you're playing 2K and Kobe misses a shot and you start crying. You love Kobe.
Oh, you are right about that. You are right about that. Let's go to the bottom of the bracket. Let's go to our 2 versus 7 seed. We got the Rain Man, Sean Kemp, versus CJ Square's own, the walking triple-double, Russell Westbrook. Shouts out to you.
Can I go first on this one?
What you going with, JP?
So Westbrook is not only one of the best in-game dunkers, he's one of the angriest dunkers. Ooh. He dunks with hate in his heart.
Angry dunkers.
To destroy you. The dunk this year that he had on Bismarck Biyombo, it brought Bismarck back to life because Miles Bridges already took his life about a week earlier.
He just
Westbrook
resuscitated him.
Right? Because Miles Bridges took his life.
He saw the Lord. He saw the Lord.
Westbrook brought him back to life.
Look at the
with
lights
the
behind him.
Frankenstein electricity, right? Westbrook is a nasty dunker.
Bring Westbrook in.
To see bias because when you dunk people and after you dunk them, they high five you. No, you a nasty in-game dunker. I think was it your cousin?
Yes.
Your cousin dapped him up.
My cousin Chris Gatlin dapped him up.
You own Chris Gatlin.
Yes.
Shout out ODU. Shout out ODU Monarchs.
Absolutely.
My alma mater. Shout out. But listen, Sean Kemp. There's a reason they call Sean Kemp the Rain Man. Because he would rain down on your head in the game. Don't jump. Like we used to say back in the day, pull your socks up. Because Sean Kemp, he come through, he's dunking on you. Westbrook is a nasty dunker, but he's not a Sean Kemp. I got Sean Kemp.
Sean Kemp, the Rain Man is through for JB. Where you going, Chris? I already know where Chris is going. Go on, Chris.
Well, so when I watched this, I thought it would be a little bit closer, thinking, with the putbacks that Westbrook does and how ferocious he is. But his arsenal of dunks, he pretty much just kind of drives down the lane. And other than the putbacks, he pretty much has one dunk that he does. And he'll dunk on some dudes for sure, but I actually really don't even think this one's close. After watching the videos, I just think Sean Kemp just blows him out of the water. So for me, it's Kemp.
The Rain Man is through for Chris. Of course, I already told the millions that it's a majority rule situation, but I would have chosen the Rain Man as well. Shouts out to Alton Lister for taking that dunk in the playoffs, and he almost died.
Yes.
Getting up slowly.
That's the one where Sean Kemp went like this to him, Joe.
Oh yeah.
He went to the ground.
Happened to me. It's like shouts out to the Rain Man and to Alton Lister for one of the most memorable dunks in NBA playoff history. Sean Kemp is through. Let's go. Let's stay at the bottom. We got a great matchup coming here. Oh my gosh. We got the number 3 seed, Blake Griffin, when he was actually dunking.
He still gets up. He been hiding some stuff.
Yes,
I watched that last game. He been holding back.
Yes, baby. Versus the number 6 seed, one of the founding members of one of the greatest fraternities in all of college, Phi Slamma Jamma.
Phi Slamma Jamma.
Clyde the Glide Drexler. Where you going, Chris?
So each of these, looking at the clips, each of them had their signature style, where Drexler mostly was on a lot of breakaways, and he definitely did glide. He was smooth with his dunks.
Yes, he was.
He never, how we're talking about Westbrook is ferocious and a vicious, aggressive dunker. Drexler is almost the opposite. He just kind of just glides through the air. I mean, the name is fitting. But when Griffin's the type who just was dunking on everyone. He came in the league, it seemed like every night was a clip. Every time they played, it was a clip of him dunking on somebody. So for me, if I'm saying who would I rather watch, I think it's maybe Drexler has nights where he's not dunking on guys. I feel like in his prime, Blake is dunking on somebody every night. So if you're going to that game, you're seeing him just destroy somebody. So for me, I'm taking Blake.
Blake Griffin is through for Chris. JB, where you going?
Well, I kind of agree with Chris on this one. I mean, not gonna sit here and take up a lot of time when it's kind of the same thing. I mean, Blake, man, he dunks on people all the time. He loves coming from that left side and kind of leaning that shoulder in.
Yeah. And
kind of cocking him. I'm not here tearing my house up over here at the same time, trying to demonstrate dunks. He kind of leans that shoulder in and dunks. And the glide, he just jumps through the air and just glides in and just and puts it in. He really didn't dunk on people like ferociously. So I gotta go with Blake on this one as well.
Blake Griffin is through for JB. Majority rules. I also would have gone with Blake Griffin specifically because of the dunk. Shots out to Pau Gasol when Blake Griffin caught that follow up, 2 hands on you and pushed you out of bounds. That
was
oh my gosh. Shots out to you though, Pau. You are a future Hall of Famer, but Blake did dunk all on your back, literally. Let's go to the top.
The king.
Oh, we got a big one here. We got the number 4 seed, as I said earlier. Mr. Dunk You Very Much. Dr. Dunk. Chocolate Thunder. Sir Slam. We got Daryl Dawkins versus the king, LeBron James. JB, talk to us. Where you going?
Man, the Thunder tear the rim down. Chocolate Thunder, he cleared the lane out. Just ferocious. But he's not the king. Have you seen the dunks LeBron, the lobs he catches and how high he goes? And just when LeBron dunks, it just either changes the whole trajectory of the game or the crowd, the visiting team or the home team where he's playing there, they start rooting for him when he dunks. LeBron's dunks are nasty. And of course, he took Jay Terry's soul.
Yes, he did.
Caught that lob when Jay Terry played at Boston. Caught that lob and dunked on Jay Terry. Oh my God, Jay Terry. I know you didn't see it coming, Jay Terry. I know he didn't mean to do you like that, but my goodness.
Even his soul.
The king for me. The king.
The king is through for JB.
King.
Where you going, Chris?
Watching these ones, Dawkins was a little nastier than I thought. I mean, I thought he was always just a power guy. Man, that dude had some long arms.
Yes, he did.
I mean, he was, when you watch those things, he's easily cocking it back. And, you know, he's bringing it around his head. I mean, but back then, I don't think it was as big of a deal to dunk on people. It didn't seem like it because, I mean, LeBron, when you watch his highlights, he's dunking on a good amount of dudes, and he's definitely getting up there. I forgot how many guys and how hard LeBron used to dunk. I mean, he still every once in a while he'll catch somebody, but I mean, early on in his career, he was definitely dunking a lot. So I'm surprised with LeBron watching his clips, but yeah, I'm going to take LeBron here.
The king is through.
How was LeBron a 5th seed, Chris?
Let us know in the comments what you think about our seedings for this Elite Eight.
About the seeding. I mean, we want to hear about it. Not going to change it, but we want to hear about it.
I also would have put the king through, even though it was, you know what, one thing I was very impressed watching Dunk You Very Much's tapes. He dunked so well with his left hand.
Oh yeah,
he was an outstanding left-handed dunker. I was like, it's ease. He's dunking with ease with his opposite hands.
Well, who's a better left-hand dunker, him or Blake?
That's a great question, JB.
I actually was noticing that with Blake.
Because Blake dunks very well with his left hand.
You know who else is a left-hand dunker? Your boy John Wall. He dunks with his left hand.
Absolutely.
You know that left-hand dunk.
Yes, he does. We got a final four. We got a 1 versus 5. And we've got a 2 versus 3. Let's go to the 2 versus 3 matchup. This is huge. We got the Rain Man, Sean Kemp versus Blake Griffin. JB, where you going?
It's a tough one. But you know, I love both of these players. When you see them play, like Chris mentioned earlier, you go to the arena, you want to see those guys play because you know some kind of nasty dunk is going to happen. And is just going to just bring the crowd alive and bring the game alive. But I gotta go with Sean Kemp here because of his theatrics, right? Blake dunks and it's like, yeah, I dunked on you. When Sean Kemp dunked on you, it's a celebration for everybody. The person who gets dunked on and Sean Kemp, everybody's happy.
It's great for everybody, even the opposing team.
So I got to go. Oh my God, the Sean Kemp one. Listen to Sean Kemp one. When he comes in, he cocks it like this with his legs wide open and he dunks it on her. Oh my goodness. Yeah, I gotta go with the Rain Man here.
Yeah, I'm with JB here again.
Kemp going to the finals?
Yeah, Kemp going to the finals for me. He's just his array of dunks, I think, pushes it through. I mean, both of them are nasty dunkers, but and he was still doing that in Cleveland. Remember, he was still putting on nasty dunks. So yeah, I'll go Kemp.
Kemp is through. I would also have gone with the Rain Man. Congrats, Rain Man. You are in our title game. Let's go to the top of the bracket. We have a 1 versus 5 matchup. This is a huge matchup.
The King versus the Doctor.
Where do we go here? Chris, the King versus the Doctor. Where are you going?
Well, I had Dr. J losing first round, so to me, maybe I'm sleeping on Dr. J, but I'm going LeBron.
Through for Chris. JB.
Man,
JB, this is tough for JB.
It's tough, man, because I mean the LeBron dunks are so nasty. But when we talk about artistic value, we talk about just the appeal, the sight of the dunk and the euphoria you feel when you watch a dunk. When you watch LeBron dunk on somebody, you're like, where's the King? But when Dr. J dunks on somebody, it's like you're in slow motion along with him. You're like, my God. He just flying through the air, cocking it, and just so I gotta go with the Doctor. I'm going with the Doctor here. I gotta put the onus on Joey on this.
Oh, you go, Joey.
The Doctor is through for JB.
It's tough.
This is ripping me apart here. This is ripping.
All you young bucks, if you don't know who Dr. J is, go YouTube him.
Please
check out his clips, and then holler at us. Okay, don't come on here and be like, hi.
Please.
Like, watch some clips like Chris did. Watch some clips.
Yeah, you gotta go back and watch all this.
Please do.
Watch the clips, man. Don't come on here with that recency bias because you ain't seen them play.
Please do. When you watch LeBron, when JB had already mentioned what LeBron did to Jason Terry, he ethered him. He tried to take his soul from his body. As we had our
like the Nas track.
He ethered him.
The Nas track. Ooh,
as we were speaking in our production meeting last week, how and Who Framed Roger Rabbit, there were tunes that were laughing so hard they literally died, and their souls escaped their body. And as they were laughing so hard they could not keep the souls within their bodies. Therefore, they died. A part of Jason Terry died that night when LeBron caught that lob. And there was, as JB said, that was a great point. Mad dunkers. There's nothing better than a mad dunk. And when LeBron, I know he definitely had in his mind that Jason Terry was part of that failure of his that he had the previous year, where he hit the lowest point in his career took place. He did not show up in the NBA Finals against Dallas, and now Jason Terry is on this new Boston team. But even with that, that Dr. J in the open court, cuffing that ball, scrunching his face, And seeing Michael Cooper, he's daring Michael. Like Michael, he's like, "Are you really doing this?
Really jumping.
Did you really? Did you really cross over that line that I
The
set?"
socks up.
And he cuffed that ball and he brought that ball all the way out. It is maybe the greatest dunk in NBA history. There is no way I can put LeBron through over Julius. Dr. J is going through to the finals.
We're going old school dudes tonight.
We have an amazing finals.
Old school.
Amazing finals. We have the Doctor, Julius Erving, arguably one of the maybe top 15 greatest players of all time.
Playoffs? You kidding me?
One of the greatest afros. One of the greatest afros in professional basketball history. Versus the Rain Man, Sean Kemp. Who's dunking pleasure to everybody, even the opposing team, even the opposing fans. JB, where are you going in this final?
Oh man, you know, you mentioned that could be one of the greatest dunks of all time. How do you feel about that Vince Carter on Alonzo Mourning dunk?
Oh,
Ooh.
yeah. He has too many up in the greatest of all time.
I know. But anyway, all right, because that Miles Bridges one this year reminded me of that Vince Carter over Alonzo Mourning.
Absolutely.
Man, he's ridiculous.
Miles Bridges, I had to say it again. He stole his soul. Right? He took his soul from him, man.
He Roger Rabbit him.
Yes, he did.
Gracious. Okay, so man, this is a tough choice. You got the Rain Man, you got Dr. J, two of the not only best dunkers, but two of the best nicknames of all times as well. The Doctor, the Rain Man, man. You know, the Doctor had that dunk on Cooper. The Doctor had had them nasty dunks on a lot of people. I remember the Cooper one. I remember the Walton one. You know, from things I've watched. I mean, I think I saw the Cooper one live. I was a kid, but I remember him dunking on these people. You know, unfortunately, in game dunking, I got to go with the Rain Man here.
Ooh.
The Rain Man. Just with the heights the Rain Man goes to. With the two hands and just taking bodies with them. And then when the bodies go with them, they get up and they give him dap. They smile at him. They bow for him. I gotta go with the Rain Man, and hopefully Chris will go with Dr. J. So we put the last vote on the we don't know.
He can't. I can't. I'm not going to even blame him for this. I'm not going to blame him for this
because he voted against him already twice.
I know who his favorite dunker of all time.
Joey already knows. Other than Jordan,
finish this.
Other than Jordan, I'm a Kemp guy. I've always been a Kemp.
Finish this.
He's been hiding the whole time.
For me, this one is not even close. I had Kemp going the whole time. When I watched the clips, it just made me realize that when you watch Kemp clips versus everyone else kind of has their dunks and they stay in their lane and they consistently do, like we talked about Blake. He dunks on everybody with that same kind of dunk. Even LeBron, even LeBron has either the oop that he catches, you know, and he has a similar dunk. Dr. J, similar and more of the Clyde type, but a little bit more where he's dunking on guys, but more of a floater kind of guy. Kemp does
pretty.
Kemp seems to be the only one that does a little bit of everything. That's a big man who would get on fast breaks, and you would see him run the floor, and he could get a steal. And it was rare for a guy that's that big that would come down at whatever he was and just dunk on guys. But then you'd also see him do a windmill out of nowhere. Basically, he would catch like just a little pass inside and windmill or do a reverse dunk, and not even counting how many times he dunked on guys. To me, his resume and his arsenal makes him where he could do pretty much any of these type of dunks, and he always made it look pretty. I would think he would be, other than the three that we spoke about that we weren't voting for, he would be the one guy where if I was going to see, I would be like, I need to see him get nasty on somebody.
I could have swore I seen Sean Kemp go almost a free throw line one game on a fast break.
Oh, yeah, he did. When
he glide in and bring it back like this. I was like,
I mean, usually, like, remember in dunk contests, the crazy thing is, I don't think he ever won a dunk contest.
No, he did not.
Which is crazy, but that back then the competition was stiffer. You know, he was.
Yeah.
But it was rare to see big men like him, big men dunk with so much power and finesse, and he had that, and he would show it in games.
Yeah.
You know, and that's the crazy thing for me is there were times where I saw him, they would just do a little dunk to him, and he would pull a windmill out of nowhere. You're like, what the heck? How did he do that thing? Yeah, so he was, to me, sorry, Joey, but I had to take that one. He is nasty.
I knew where you were going here the entire time. And this is a majority rule situation. Let me remind the millions. This is a majority rule situation. And this is different. Remember, we left 3 of the kings out. Okay, we were
filling out our Mount Rushmore.
Yeah, 3 of the kings and 1 of the new kings.
Oh my gosh.
We wanted
that boy Miles Bridges is nasty.
Oh my gosh. Now I still would have gone with the doctor because I just can't get my mind off of seeing Michael Cooper dunking as Julius is going in, and the Philadelphia Spectrum. I used to have a love for just knowing the names of the old stadiums. I loved Chicago Stadium, the Boston Garden, the Spectrum, and the Spectrum crowd was going bananas.
Yeah, that has to be one of the most iconic dunks of all time.
Absolutely.
It's up there. It's one of the most iconic dunks of all time. It's in a game.
And it led Philly to eventually beat LA in the NBA Finals. And that was the last time Philly, the 76ers won a major basketball championship. Unfortunately, they will not win any more championships anytime soon. Congratulations.
God.
Congratulations, Rain Man.
That was an underhanded shot to the 76ers. Oh my goodness.
You have won CJ Squared's Elite 8 for tonight.
Man.
Congrats, Rain Man.
So, folks, you know what time it is now. You still get a whole bunch more, Joey. It's time for that hot take, right? I believe his hot take last week was the young lady winning the French Open, and she dropped out. So we're not gonna hold that against him, right?
JB, thank you.
Bamboozle him into picking the doll winning the men's. So we will wait on that one. I did get him, and his Oklahoma one is still out there. Oklahoma cannot lose another game. If they win their next couple of games, they're going to win that championship, and then hot take is going to come through for them, right? They got their nemesis tomorrow. They're playing the Dukes from James Madison, who have already beat them once. So we'll see how that goes down. Joey, what you got for us tonight?
Chris and JB, I'm always into the business of helping. I'm into the business of educating people. As the millions log in to check out the knowledge that we have, the 3 philosophers that you see on this podcast.
Subscribe.
Hit
notification.
That subscribe button.
Comment.
Don't forget the notifications so you get this knowledge. Okay? Do not forget that. Now, my original hot take for this evening involved a playoff series. But since we've already gone over it, I'm going to put that to the side. The Hawks will defeat the Philadelphia 76ers in 6 games. That will absolutely happen. It will happen. We're going to see Trae Young take an even a greater step forward. A greater step forward. We're going to see that happen this week, millions. You just wait. So therefore, we're going to have to pivot. Okay? Shots out real quick, because CJ Square, we're in constant communication with each other as far as what's going on out there. Shout out real quick to JB for mentioning and being correct as far as where arguably the best wide receiver in football was going to land via trade. And as you all can, if you are keeping up with us, you would have known, okay, that JB said that Julio Jones will be going to the Tennessee Titans.
Get it right. Get it tight.
So now it definitely look that is a huge move for Tennessee, a huge move, because now Chris's boy playing quarterback has now you could argue two all-pro type receivers on the outside. Okay,
there's no argument, he does.
Not to mention arguably the best running back in football, right behind him. So the question is, well, how many yards and touchdowns will Julio Jones get in this brand new offense? An offense that is foreign to him, an offense that he knows nothing about, an offense that is going to focus mainly on getting the ball to the monster that is in the backfield. Will this be something that's going to help him, or will this be something where is he going to come into this new system and be an afterthought? Well, he's going to come into this new system, and he's going to be the same old all-pro style wide receiver.
Play 5 games.
He will play 14 games.
That's a hot take in itself.
He will play 14 games.
JB better be writing this down.
I am, Chris.
These 14 games. Here's what Julio Jones will produce. Catches over 70.
All right.
Yards over 1,100. Touchdowns over 8.
Oh Lord. Stop.
Markets.
All right.
Markets.
8 plus. Okay.
He's got something to prove.
So a good hot take. Now, okay, some of these hot takes we gotta wait for, right? Because the season, we won't get to this hot take until the end of the season, right? I would say, hey, it's a good hot take though, right? Julio going to the Titans.
Shout out to Chris for helping with the hot take.
Hey, it's in the no, I didn't give him the numbers.
He didn't give me the numbers. He said, hey, why not do that?
I didn't give him the numbers.
All right, I got you. So we're saying you're basically saying that the Titans are going to have 2 wide receiver ones, basically, because those are wide receiver 1 numbers in fantasy football, bro.
Maybe the young buck has to sit back and watch the old dog go back to the old dog tricks. Maybe the young buck is going to sit there.
You think
the young buck
AJ Brown falls off?
Maybe you're going to see this new philosopher, this old philosopher come in and hold class for the other 5 receivers. Okay, AJ Brown is going to take a back seat for a little bit.
Okay.
Or
I just want to say this right here. Based on your hot take and based on Julio going to the Titans, I believe that Calvin Ridley would be a top 5 wide receiver next year. He be on a certain person's football team now that Julio Jones has left the team. Possibly. Just so you know. He may be kept. Maybe.
Also, I may be keeping Tannehill now.
That's your man, Chris.
We
That's
got
your
all
man.
kind of stuff coming.
With two number ones, and then
We
putting
got
up
all
those
kind
numbers.
of good stuff coming out of here.
That's your man.
All kind of good stuff coming out of here. All right, so there you go, Joey's hot take, right? Julio Jones getting back to the old Julio Jones.
All right, Joey.
Julio Jones, man. If Julio Jones plays 14 games next year, I don't care what his numbers are. Joey's hot take is good. Julio Jones, that dude, this year he killed me. Killed me, Julio. You were my second round pick and you're dead squat. Right? All right.
He was
anyway.
a ham sandwich.
Oh, yeah. No, we talking about Cam sandwiches, right? Oh, my God. Anyway, people, we have reached the end of our show. And we're going to let Joey and Chris say a little words, shout you out or, give you some of their, Chris may hit you with some analytics you may need. You may want to invest some money. You may want to, make a bet. So go ahead, Chris, hit them with your outro.
Yeah, so last week I gave you an album, so I'm gonna give you another album. I don't know if you checked the other one out. This one is a weird name. You probably never heard of the title, or I actually hadn't even heard of the guy. I listened to it this week. The artist, his name is Serpent with Feet. Doubt you heard of that, but
Serpent with Feet.
Yeah, but so he's from Baltimore. It's a soul album, soul R&B album.
Soul R&B, some Anthony Hamilton.
It's a little artsy. It's not straight soul like an Anthony Hamilton. It's more out there. It's a little bit more out there, but it's called Deacon. And yeah, I thought it was pretty good. I mean, it's not one that's going to blow you away, but it's one where if you have it in the background, one of those type of albums. So
now Chris got all these good tastes in music. Let me find out.
Yeah,
people.
Well, yeah, I got spreadsheets and everything, of course. So
this one right here, Chris, not only using the analytics in sports, but also in the recording business. Check him out, people.
Yeah.
Boy, Chris. Go ahead, Joey.
Shouts out real quick to my son's baseball team, the Fredericksburg Force. They won a big-time baseball tournament.
Congratulations
in Atlee today. Not to mention, he made two huge plays in the bottom of the inning. They were down. They were up by one. They were up by one run, and this team that they were playing was mashing the ball everywhere. The first batter comes up, hits a line drive to left field. Should be a base hit. The boy attacks the baseball like Ed Reed attacks a football that's in the air, comes up and makes a wonderful catch. Then they get a man on second base. A base hit comes. Instead of letting the ball attack him, he goes and attacks the baseball, scoops the ball up, gets the ball into the cutoff. The third base coach has to hold the runner on third. The run does not score. Shouts out to Coop. Shouts out to his teammates on the Fredericksburg Force. They won their tournament this past weekend. And shouts out to Orgel, because as I was watching that tournament, I was eating an apple and bit down hard on my thumbs, and I'm going to have a canker sore.
I know all about that.
Developing right now. Shouts out to Orgel for making canker sore medicine.
He's trying to get some sponsors. He's trying to get some sponsors.
Orgel are sponsors.
Free plug, Orgel. You get canker sores, get you Orgel. Hey,
shout out, Coop. I saw Coop's ring. Got a proud papa here. That's big time. It's big time. Ain't nothing like, no matter what level you on, it ain't nothing like being the champ. Whether it's fantasy, real life, you're the champ, right? You the champ.
Yeah.
Right? Chris would know. Chris won the fantasy basketball championship.
I know.
Right? He's the champ, right? Even though me and Joey hate it, he's the champ. Right? Now, I just want to say thank you all for subscribing, commenting. Coop, thanks for commenting on my TikTok. Coop, you my boy.
Oh, he
right, Coop, so you my boy, Coop.
He gonna be
all
on
right. Hey, but listen, right? This week coming up, this week coming up, this Wednesday. Guess what's coming on TV? Check out that first episode of Loki. Wednesday on
Uh-oh.
Disney Plus,
Uh-oh.
right? The God of Mischief, right? We get to see how his situation turned out after stealing the Tesseract
Yes, he
when
did.
the heroes went back in time.
He did.
So you're gonna see some good stuff going on. Shout out everybody watching the show, and keep watching, keep commenting, keep telling me I talk too much. Get at me because I'm gonna keep talking. Whoever said that, said I talk too much. Go ahead and tell me I talk too much. I'm gonna keep talking. That's my job to talk. The show was about talking, right? So I'm gonna talk, right? So everybody, check us out next week. Check us out this week. Share with your friends, your buddies. Summertime's coming for my teachers. Shout out all my teachers. Some of us have I have days left of school. Shout out Joey, he got a couple of weeks left. You know, he's all right, but you know, I'm out here this Friday. Shout out all my Prince William County teachers. We get out of here on Friday.
Well done,
half a day. You know, enjoy your summers, right? During the summertime, when you're sitting back, sipping your tea, reading your books, go and get your headphones on, go and get your phones out, get your computer out, and check out CJ Squared. We're out.
All right, guys.
And the melody, your eye, and the melody, your eye, and the melody, your eye, so true.
Smooth. That sample is crazy.